Hello, this is the Untamed Therapist coming in with another video. It's something I want to talk about. This will be like my fourth video I've uploaded today. Talking about a topic. I'm going to try to narrow it down to at least about 4 videos a day, so it could be enough content for you guys to look through. Even though I'm just starting out. Whoever's watching, thanks for watching. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this specific topic. I wanted to talk about people seeing or people seeing other people based off what they've accomplished or what they can provide. I think that's going to be the topic of this video. People only care, or you only matter to people based off what you accomplish and what you can provide to them. What can you give to them? Whether that be knowledge, whether that be finances. This is what people look for when they're looking for this breadwinner type of energy. And luckily, I have family members. I have people in my family circle that, well, at least I'd say my immediate family, where they don't really put too much weight on what I could be doing or not doing. You know, like they still care. They still want me to do the best. But at the same time, they just acknowledge that it is my life and they can't control what I do and not do. And sometimes that's understandable. Sometimes you gotta lead a person to their own devices, and they gotta make their own decisions on how they want their life to turn out. Or, you know, because sometimes family can want to see you in the best position. They want to see you even better off, but it's like you gotta be able to do it for yourself. It's like you gotta be willing to go the extra mile, you know. But it just goes down to this message, this topic. People only care, or people will only give you the attention that they feel that you deserve based off what you accomplish or what you can give. And that's just pretty much natural selection at its best. You know, people is not gonna want to associate or talk with someone who they perceive as a loser. They're not gonna want to advise anyone to come to a particular person if they deem them as incompetent. So you wouldn't be recommended. You wouldn't even be tolerated by certain individuals. This could be family dynamic. This can be whatever type of situationship or relationship that you could be in. People only tolerate certain things for so long, you know. And sometimes you can feel like you're doing everything right. Sometimes you can feel like you're doing everything right according to how you see things. But that doesn't mean that the dynamic of how other people view certain things is going to be the same way they're going to think the way you think. And sometimes that's just the case. Sometimes that's just what happens in this type of situation. Sometimes you will find yourself feeling like you're measuring up to a certain standard that you feel like you're standing, that you feel like you're, you know, standing with. And some people may go with it. Some people may be like, okay, that's cool. You're doing this, you're doing that. But then, you know, because they have such a conventional mind, they can only think of things being productivity within conventionality. So they only see productivity from a conventional point of view. Are you clocking in to a 9 to 5? Are you working for somebody else? This is what I mean by you have this breadwinner energy in the other video. This is exactly what I mean. You're not really meant, if you can't hold down jobs, you're not meant to have a job. You're meant to work for yourself. If you find a lot of energy working for yourself, doing stuff, freelance style stuff, then you're meant to work for yourself. You're not meant to work for anybody. And I'm not knocking that it's a bad thing to work for somebody. Like, if you want to work for somebody, that's cool. Some people like the structure. Some people like, not really being too responsible for, their own income. They want to be given a certain amount of money or given what they feel that they deserve, and just punch in the clock, do their job, and go home. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that. But the only problem I have with is these same individuals who are working for people. They have a problem with people who choose to work for themselves and be self-sufficient financially. Real self-sufficiency is really ideally working for yourself, building something, being a breadwinner. Because some people, they have this mentality, oh, I'm a breadwinner. Oh, I make money, I make bread. But you're working for somebody else. You're working somewhere where you really don't like, you don't really want to go to. So find another way out. Like other people are finding a way out. And that's where it all boils down to, man. Like, some people have this mentality of like, oh, if you don't work a regular job, if you don't work a 9 to 5, you're not being productive. You're not being a productive citizen. But just look at the content. Listen to the content of what a person is saying. Now, this takes a lot of energy to sit here and talk, a lot of mental energy to sit here and talk, and talk on the phone and give information. Well, actually, it's kind of easy for me, but it may be hard for a person who just, but I'm not saying this is going to be like my career or anything. I'm just saying this is for example. Let's say, for example, if this was my job, okay, I have to decide everything. I have to decide how I would get paid. How hard I would want to go at this, But at the end of the day, man, it's like you're gonna have people who are gonna, who are gonna listen to your ideas, listen to certain things that you're saying that you want to do, that you want to get out of, that you want to get into, and then they're gonna, think to themselves like, well, why is he doing this? Why is he taking this path? Or why is she taking this path? And in your mind, it makes complete sense. But in their mind, they're like, because they're so driven by just conventionality that they cannot see things being done any other way other than what's conventional. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you have all these individuals in your life, and they hearing about something that you're doing, and they feel like because it's not lifting off the feet, or they feel like it's not putting money in your pocket right now, that they look at as invaluable. They look at it as something that holds no value. If you're not making money right away, it has no value. And you're gonna have plenty of people like that in your life that's going to feel that way about something new that you're doing, or you're just, going out of your way to experiment or try something outside the box where you can make an income without answering to anybody. And sometimes, yeah, it's nothing wrong with going the conventional route of finding a job and working. It's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that. I'm not against working 9 to 5s. I actually feel like it's a good start to develop a business mind, because you'll know how a business operates. But at the same time, like, you have these same individuals, they don't even really like going to work. They complain about going to work. They be dreading, oh man, I gotta go in this damn office Monday. Oh damn, man, I gotta go to this job Monday. And they don't really want to go. They want to have all, they want to have leisure time. They want to have more leisure time. And that's where I'll boil down to, and in your mind, you just thinking about the hustle. You just thinking about when you're going to make another video. You're just thinking about when you're going to do this and when you're going to do that. You know, because you're excited about, I feel like a person be more excited about working for themselves and have more enthusiasm behind doing the work because, for one, they know that if they slow down, their business slow down. For two, they're working for it's just the fact that you're working for yourself. You're doing something for yourself. But I'm saying this, that you are meant to be a breadwinner. You are meant to be something extraordinary in your family dynamic. And this is something you have to embrace. This is something you have to cling on to. You have to realize that, you know, you're not meant to be like everybody else. You're not meant to just do the 9 to 5 thing. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with working 9 to 5. I think 9 to 5 is good for certain people. You know, certain people who don't want to have to deal with making sure that they getting the money that they get, or by themselves or independently or whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to make this quick video again today. I made another video, and hopefully you guys get something out of this. But until next time, Untamed Therapist is out.